This is a Fonzie Studio podcast. Welcome to Tales from the First Nations. I'm Jay Idle, and every week I'll share with you a tale and ancient wisdom of the native tribes of North America. I'll be joined by my cats, Dawa and Fonzie, who will undoubtedly make their presence known at some point, so I might as well just list them as co-hosts. We hope you'll enjoy the tales and wisdom, raise your vibration, and enrich your life with us every week. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the 45th episode of Tales from the First Nations. I'm your host, Jay Idle. We're heading into a new phase of the year. The days are going to start to get darker. It's going to be sad. You're going to miss the sun. I know I will. I thought it would be a good time for us to pay tribute to our summer friend, the sun. Now, the sun is so prevalent in Native American tales that it's actually the first of 3 episodes celebrating different aspects of the sun and its influence on our ancient Native American ancestors. The sun held immense spiritual and symbolic power across many Native American cultures. For them, it was much more than a celestial body, but it was a life-giving force, a divine being, and a cosmic guide. The sun represents life and vitality, spiritual power, balance, and harmony, and protection and guidance. Many tribes held rituals at dawn to greet the sun and give thanks for a new day. The Navajo believe the sun was created by the holy people and carried across the sky to bring balance to the world. So today we'll begin our celebration of the sun as it begins its rest during the darkest part of the year. I have 2 stories for you today, and I want to begin with a tale about Kokyanwuti, or Spider Grandmother. She's one of my personal favorites, and was connected not only with the Hopi tribe, but also the Cherokee. So today we'll hear the Cherokee tale of Grandmother Spider Steals the Sun. In the beginning, there was only blackness, and nobody could see anything. People kept bumping into each other and groping blindly. They said, what this world needs is light. Fox said he knew some people on the other side of the world who had plenty of light, but they were too greedy to share it with others. Possum said he would be glad to steal a little of it. I have a bushy tail, he said. I can hide the light inside of that fur. Then he set out for the other side of the world. There he found the sun hanging in a tree and lighting everything up. He sneaked over to the sun, picked out a tiny piece of light and stuffed it into his tail. But the light was hot and burned off all the fur. The people discovered his theft and took back the light. And ever since, Possum's tail has been bald. Let me try, said Buzzard. I know better than to hide a piece of stolen light in my tail. I'll put it on my head. He flew to the other side of the world and, diving straight into the sun, seized it in his claws. He put it on his head, but it burned his head feathers off. The people grabbed the sun away from him, and ever since that time, Buzzard's head has remained bald. Then Spider Grandmother said, let me try. First, she made a thick, walled pot out of clay. Next, she spun a web reaching all the way to the other side of the world. She was so small that none of the people noticed her coming at all. Quickly, Grandmother Spider snatched up the sun, put it in the bowl of clay, and scrambled back home along one of the strands of her web. Now her side of the world had light, and everyone rejoiced. Spider-Woman brought not only the sun to the Cherokee, but fire with it. And besides that, she taught the Cherokee people the art of pottery making. Grandmother Spider is wonderful and kind to us all. Bringing us the gift of the sun was a benevolent act of love that we'll always be grateful to her for. Our second story today comes from the Zuni people. They credit the gift of the sun and moon not to a benevolent deity, but rather to the hands of a bumbling coyote. This is Coyote Steals the Sun and Moon. Coyote is a bad hunter who never kills anything. Once, he watched Eagle hunting rabbits, catching one after another, more rabbits than he could eat. Coyote thought, I'll team up with Eagle so I can have enough meat. Coyote is always up to something. Friend, Coyote said to Eagle, we should hunt together. Two can catch more than one. Why not? Eagle said, and so they began to hunt in partnership. Eagle caught many rabbits, but all Coyote caught was some little bugs. At this time, the world was still dark. The sun and moon had not yet been put in the sky. Friend, Coyote said to Eagle, no wonder I can't catch anything. I can't see. Do you know where we can get some light? You're right, friend. There should be some light, Eagle said. I think there's a little towards the west. Let's try and find it. And so they went looking for the sun and moon. They came to a big river, which Eagle flew over. Coyote swam and swallowed so much water that he almost drowned. He crawled out with his fur full of mud, and Eagle said, why don't you fly like me? You have wings. I just have hair, Coyote said. I can't fly without feathers. At last they came to a pueblo, where the Kachinas happened to be dancing. The people invited Eagle and Coyote to sit down and have something to eat while they watched the sacred dance. Seeing the power of the Kachinas, Eagle said, I believe these are the people who have light. Coyote, who had been looking all around, pointed out two boxes, one large and one small, that the people opened whenever they wanted light. To produce a lot of light, they opened the lid of the big box, which contained the sun. For less light, they opened the small box, which held the moon. Coyote nudged Eagle. Friend, did you see that? They have all the light we need in the big box. Let's steal it. You always want to steal and rob. I say we should just borrow it. They won't lend it to us. You may be right, said Eagle. Let's wait till they finish dancing and then steal it. After a while, the Kachinas went home to sleep, and Eagle scooped up the large box and flew off. Coyote ran along trying to keep up, panting, his tongue hanging out. Soon he yelled up to Eagle, "Ho, friend, let me carry the box a little way." No, said Eagle. You never do anything right. He flew on, and Coyote ran after him. After a while, Coyote shouted again, "Friend, you're my chief, and it's not right for you to carry the box. People will call me lazy. Let me have it." No, you always mess everything up. And Eagle flew on, and Coyote ran along. So it went for a stretch, and then Coyote started again. "Oh, friend, it isn't right for you to do this. What will people think of you and me?" "I don't care what people think. I'm going to carry this box." Again, Eagle flew on, and again, Coyote ran after him. Finally, Coyote begged for the fourth time. "Let me carry it. You're the chief, and I'm just Coyote. Let me carry it." Eagle couldn't stand any more pestering. Also, Coyote had asked him 4 times, and if something is asked 4 times, you better give him what he wants. Eagle said, "Since you won't let up, go ahead and carry the box for a while, but promise not to open it." "Oh, sure. Oh, yes, I promise." They went on as before, but now Coyote had the box. Soon Eagle was far ahead, and Coyote lagged behind a hill where Eagle couldn't see him. "I wonder what the light looks like inside there," he said to himself. "Why shouldn't I take a peek? Probably there's something extra in the box, something good that Eagle wants to keep to himself." And Coyote opened the lid. Now, not only was the sun inside, but the moon also. Eagle had put them both together, thinking it would be easier to carry one box than 2. As soon as Coyote opened the lid, the moon escaped, flying high into the sky. At once, all the plants shriveled up and turned brown. Just as quickly, all the leaves fell off of the trees, and it was winter. Trying to catch the moon and put it back in the box, Coyote ran in pursuit as it skipped away from him. Meanwhile, the sun flew out and rose into the sky. It drifted far away, and the peaches, squashes, and melons shriveled up with cold. Eagle turned and flew back to see what had delayed Coyote. "You fool! Look what you've done," he said. "You let the sun and moon escape, and now it's cold." Indeed, it began to snow, and Coyote shivered. "Now your teeth are chattering," Eagle said, "and it's your fault that cold has come into the world." It's true. If it weren't for Coyote's curiosity and mischief-making, we wouldn't have winter. We could enjoy summer all the time. Well, as I began putting on more layers of clothing and turning up the thermostat, I'll be thinking of you, Coyote. I'll be thinking of you and grumbling. I hope you enjoyed our tale of the sun today, and you'll join us next week as we continue with more stories of the sun. We will explore 2 stories about the dangers of the sun burning too hot and the help we got in resolving that problem. It is with respect and gratitude that I offer you my blessings, and thank you for sharing your journey with me and sharing your time with me on this podcast. I wish you well and look forward to telling you another story next week. If you do enjoy the podcast, please give us a like and a review on your podcast service so we can grow a little further, bring in some more people to our family. And feel free to reach out to us with the contact information in the show links and let us know if there's something you'd like Dawa, Fonzie, and I to talk about. Go in peace, return in peace, and may you be well. Both of our stories today come from the now defunct PyramidMesa.com. Grandmother Spider Steals the Sun comes from a tale reported by James Mooney in the 1890s, and Coyote Steals the Sun is based on a story reported by Ruth Benedict in 1935. For more great stories and legends, check out the Jaguar Bird channel on YouTube. There's a lot of wonderful content there. And of course, you can join me here next week for another story on Tales from the First Nations. I'm Jay Idle, and I'll talk to you next time. The beautiful music you're listening to right now is provided by my dear friend Scott Brocklesby, and our podcast Image of the Moon was provided by Mark Lawton. We will see you next time. All right, that's it. How'd we do, Dawa?
Awesome.
Phones? Excellent. Then I'll share it.